All right, the man himself, ambitious Ronan. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Anything new?
Um, no, not really. Uh, so yeah, first of all, just start with how I kind of found you. I think I was just on Twitter, and I saw. I think you changed it, but your bio was something like 14 years old, like made 17K a month while still in school, something like that. Is that right?
Yeah, it was. I kind of just rebranded, changed like how I wanted people to see me and like my perspective.
Because I saw that and I was like, damn. I mean, that sounds sick. So, how did you kind of get into this, I guess, business game like at such a young age?
Well, first it started just on YouTube. I was kind of browsing, didn't really know about it, and then I just saw a couple YouTube videos, clicked them, watched them, and then just got really interested in it and business, and kept kind of just looking in. It went to stocks, then crypto, and then now I'm trying to make my own business. So it just kind of snowballed into what it is now.
So just like browsing on YouTube, that's how it started.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's interesting because I basically did the same, but I think it was Instagram first for me, and I was like, yeah, looking rich looks pretty cool. How do we do that?
yeah.
Okay, so what kind of business are you working on now?
So the business is gonna be a marketplace.
Okay.
I can't really share much about it,
Oh, sure, that's
but it's
fine.
gonna it's gonna be a marketplace where people can go on and browse startups and other people. So that's all I'm gonna share for now.
Okay.
But you'll
So
see it more in the future.
is that just you, or you got like a team?
No, it's just me. I'm doing solo.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, all right. Is that the thing that's made you like 17K a month, or
No,
is
no,
it
no.
another
I'm just
business?
starting that right now. From that's just kind of from investing, trading, side hustles, just etc. Like all of that, practically freelancing, but mostly investing.
Yeah. Okay. Because you're making like content around like sales and marketing now, so
Yeah,
pretty important skills. Would you say they're like
yeah,
the best ones to learn?
yeah. For business, I'd say you kind of they're the two main parts. You kind of just need them. Sales, well, you're selling something, and marketing, that's how you reach your audience. That's how you get them to buy your product.
Yeah. Okay. So, what's the future looking like? Where are you going? What's the plan from here?
Well, for Twitter, kind of just trying to build an audience, a community, just make some friends. And then for the business, I guess it's just going. I'm researching, designing, kind of just in my bio right now, I'm just creating my own path. So that's just what I'm working towards.
Yeah, it's super cool, man, that you're doing all of this. I mean, I guess probably started around like 13 or 14 when I was kind of getting into this stuff, but I was not in like properly like you are. I was kind of, where you kind of start out and you think you know stuff, but then you're
Yeah.
like, no, you really don't.
Yeah, I get that. I started with that too.
So, what age did you start then? Or did you just, yeah.
I'd say around 11.
Mm,
So like 3, 4 years ago.
yeah, okay. So, were you kind of like, you wanted, what was kind of like the motivation behind it?
I just wanted to be successful, kind of choose what I want to do kind of whenever. I didn't really want to have that job where I just
Mm-hmm.
work practically every day. And I want to have the time to myself and be able to travel the world and just relax in life.
Yeah, yeah, same. Yeah, it's very similar with a lot of young guys I speak to who are kind of getting into this kind of space. They're like, it is mostly just like, usually it's from, I think, seeing their parents maybe not being very happy with their jobs, or maybe just other people they know, but they don't, yeah, they want more freedom. They want to choose, which I think is super awesome. The internet is like allowing people to do that a lot more.
Yeah, the
Um,
internet's it's helping amazing. It's crazy what we've built.
so are you still like going with your investments, or are you like basically all going in on this
Well,
marketplace thing?
I'd say I'm still with the investments because they're for the long run,
Long term, yeah.
but I'm kind of focusing more on the business now and not on the investments because there is kind of the crash did happen,
Mm-hmm.
so it's still a bit iffy back and forth. So I'm kind of just waiting it out, see if it's
Yeah.
gonna drop more, just testing it.
Long term. All right. Cool. Yeah. And you said you like did some other side hustles. What were they?
Well, it's mostly just practically day trading and other
Mm-hmm.
people
Day trading.
asking for like my picks, like what
Ah.
stocks I buy or like crypto.
Okay. So do you have like a Discord or something then, or
No, it's kind of just the discords I'm in. Like I'm in like
okay.
some trading discords and
Yeah.
stocks and discords, all that.
So you was like yeah. So you must have had like pretty decent picks before for people to be like asking you like Ronan, what do I buy?
Yeah, yeah, I'd say they asked me for like advice and I kind of just gave it as, just building a network practically.
How do you like manage building this business like with your school?
Well, I couldn't really say. It's practically just like I just do it. I mean, it is pretty hard with school, like managing all my homework and studying practically everything, but
Hmm.
you just got to do it. Just finish what you got to do, and then I work on it practically at night. So I'd say it's going well.
Yeah, that's similar to what I do. Like you literally just do the schoolwork, and the second you stop the schoolwork, it's like right business time. And I think a
Yeah.
lot of people don't understand that, but it's like, well, I think if you put the work in now, they'll pay off, and then the rest of your life is good. And
Yeah.
also, it feels nice to be like working on something that's getting you close to your goals instead of just like kind of, I guess like playing video games or something.
Yeah, just like sitting there. It's nice having kind of something to do, even if it gets pretty busy sometimes.
How do you find it with like other people your age? Because I'm assuming they're not all doing the kind of stuff you're doing.
No, it's kind of just me. I don't really like some of my friends know,
Hmm.
but they don't really know like they know the general of what I'm doing, not really like the more in depth. So I kind of just leave it to myself and my family. And then with
Hmm.
friends, I kind of just do the normal thing of messing around and just having fun.
Yeah, because I think it could be quite hard for people to understand. I mean, even at like like early 20s, a lot of people aren't kind of into this kind of self improvement kind of niche, I guess. So yeah, I've had yeah, people don't understand. Um, I think a lot of the time. So you say like with your family as well. Are your family like quite entrepreneurial?
Yeah, I'd say yes. My dad is.
It's got like a business or something.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So does he? He encourages this, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot. He really supports me, which I appreciate. So it's
Yeah.
good.
That's good. Um, what would you say you've made any, or like, what would you say one of the biggest mistakes you've made is like on this journey so far?
I'd say just going in too fast.
Hmm.
I kind of
Okay.
need to slow it down, um, learn more about like myself and what I want to do. Because I kept trying to jump in, having like too big of goals and just unrealistic expectations and all. But the more I've like researched, the more I've been in it, I've learned more. So I've kind of like toned it down and just figured out where I want to be. And I'm still learning that, but it's getting to the place where I know what I want to do, and I'm kind of finding my right tone, I'd say.
Okay. So you'd say you were kind of like jumping around too many different opportunities.
Yeah, I was just trying. I was kind of multitasking, but just in a
Hmm.
bunch of different. I like hopped from this, okay, now to that, now to this. But now I'm just settling. Like on Twitter, it's the only social media I'm building on, so I'm
Hmm.
kind of just doubling down on that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I can definitely relate to that. Like, especially when you are getting into this like business kind of things, and you hear all these people talking about like I don't know, drop shipping, affiliate marketing,
Yeah,
crypto, all these
exactly.
options. Like, oh yeah, awesome, let's try them. And then there's also like people say how millionaires have like 7 streams of income or something. But I heard Alex Hormozy talking about this how that's not necessarily how they made their money. So you have
Yeah,
these people saying, "Oh yeah, you need multiple streams of income," and I think that does encourage people to just chase loads of stuff. But I think you are right. Like you do want to double down on put your few eggs, or what was it? Put your eggs in a few baskets, or like
Yeah,
not many, and like really concentrate and there's a quote about that. Concentrate
just on one thing
to
practically.
yeah to concentrate to get
'Cause
rich, and like
That's
diversify to stay rich.
that's what happened with kind of like the big people, like Bill Gates. He focused on Microsoft, Steve
Mm,
Jobs, Apple, like Jeff Bezos, Amazon. They all doubled down on one business. They didn't pick 50 things to do. Like they didn't pick to do drop shipping, affiliate marketing while being a sales manager while investing. They just picked
yeah,
one business and they said, okay, I'm gonna do this.
especially if like
And it
they
worked
see it
out.
start to grow and they've hit like I don't know 10 million a year or something in like profit. They're not just going to say, oh, you know what, I need to have multiple streams of income. Probably not. They're
Exactly.
best off just all in, and that's where you get the big gains. I mean, obviously that can be like risky, but I feel like the payoff is can be absolutely massive, so it's worth it. Why did you choose Twitter, of all the platforms?
Well, I think the only other competitor would be, I guess, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Hmm.
But for Instagram, you have to post a photo.
Yeah.
For TikTok and YouTube, you have to do videos. So it's like, well, I just want to tweet some valuable information. And I was like, Twitter. Like I saw some people doing it on TikTok, and I joined, and I was like, there's insane people on there. Like the people you can meet on Twitter is crazy. There's like,
Mm.
you know them, Alex Hormozy. There's a lot of people that you can meet.
And they do like respond often. Like
Yeah, actually, yes.
I'd say Twitter's more of like a high IQ platform, I guess. Like especially
It's half and half. only like the business area, I'd say.
yeah, that's true. Actually, I haven't seen the other half, but like I compared to TikTok, in my mind anyway. I can't really I haven't gone into it too much, but like I feel like the quality on there is a lot more. Okay. Um, would you have any advice for younger self? This is kind of similar to the other question.
Um, I'd say start sooner, to be honest. A lot of people are saying, always start soon, and like, I've got some people DM me saying, like, it's great that I've started so soon and at a young age, but it's like, I'm not regretting that I didn't start earlier because I have started really early, but it's why not start? It's if I found it earlier,
Yeah.
I would have joined it earlier. So it's actually just if you find something and you obsess with it, just go with it, double down, have fun with it. Like
Yes.
don't kind of spread around. Just the most important thing is not like overworking. You want to still have fun because I am still a kid, a teen, so I don't want to ruin my life just focusing fully on business and kind of leaving my social life.
It's like work hard, party hard, like Iman Gadzhi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I definitely agree with you on that one. I feel like so many people in like the kind of business space, are like yeah, like I wish I started earlier. So that's what I'm kind of like trying to guide my brother into it now. But yeah, I mean we've still. I mean I'm older than you. I recently turned 17, but we're both in like early, so we just got to make the most of like where we are now, I guess.
Exactly. Can't regret because it's in the past. Can't really change that.
Yeah.
So just focus on the present.
Hmm. Um, where like what do you plan with this business? Do you plan to like one day sell it or get to the point where it's like kind of cash flowing enough that you can be like financially free or
Well,
not
I'd
fall
say
that far?
right now it's a project.
Hmm.
So it's not like if I fail this, it's gonna ruin my life. It's kind of like I'm just testing it out. I'm trying to get the experience, but if it blooms into something greater and it starts becoming really, really big, then yeah, I'm gonna go full out. I'm gonna invest everything, and I'm just gonna try to get this to so when people hear my name, they think of that company.
Okay, nice. Um, are you coding it?
No, so right now I'm in the design phase of the website. So I'm just piece of paper, pencil,
Okay.
drawing it out, designing, and I'm researching on the topic, seeing the competitors, seeing what we can do better, and then I'm gonna take it to an expert who can make the website.
Oh, okay, cool. So have you got like a bit of funds to start from
Yeah.
your like investing and stuff? Yeah, awesome. Okay. Um, do you want to? So you West Coast, right, in America?
Yeah, I'm PST, California.
Yeah. Okay. Do you? I don't know if you thought about this. Have you? Do you want to stay?
In California?
Yeah, or even the
Wow.
US? Because I know a lot of like guys they want to like move, uh, at some point.
Well, I've thought about moving to New York just because of the stock market, but that was like a year ago. But I'd say I want to stay with my family,
Yeah.
so I'd most likely stick like my main living in LA,
Mhm.
but I would want to travel, and maybe if I get successful enough, I can have houses in different countries, different states, so when I travel, I can live there and kind of just pick or choose where I go.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I didn't mean like now. I meant like in the future because I know like people want to go to like Dubai or like
No, not Dubai. Just
Thailand or something.
sticking here for me.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You like it? That's awesome. Is there anything you want to ask me?
Well, why did you start with the podcast?
So I also have a YouTube channel around fitness, but I started the podcast because like me and my brother we were having some like I thought they were pretty interesting conversations around like this kind of stuff, business, self improvement. Um, and I thought like they could help some other people, and then I was also looking to kind of like meet other like minded people online. So I thought this was like a pretty good way to do it. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it, really.
Yeah, it's great. I actually was I'm looking into starting a podcast, but it's kind of like the thing of don't put too many eggs in different baskets.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the thing where should I jump around to another area or should I just stick to building an audience and the business? That's kind of my dilemma.
Yeah.
But I love that you have it. It's great.
Yeah. Thanks, man. How often do you like tweet? What's
So with Twitter and growing, usually they have like a strategy with I'm gonna tweet morning, tweet afternoon, tweet night with certain tweets, and I'm gonna have like a 30-minute comment period where I comment 30 times of valuable comments. But for me, I kind of just tweet to tweet. I don't really have a strategy. I don't really have a structure. I'm just having fun on the platform, and it's just working out for me.
Yeah,
So
because how many followers are you at now? About like 500? Is that right?
no, actually, I'm at 428.
Okay. So how long have you been posting on Twitter?
Well, I joined April 2020, but I think it took me like a month and a half to start tweeting. So I actually started not that long ago, just like a few months ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wait, did you say April 2022?
Yeah, sorry, April 2022, not 2020.
Yeah, yeah, okay. All right. What would you say? Yeah, because you say you don't really. So how is it like you? I know you don't have a schedule, but is it normally like one tweet a day at least, or most days?
Um, Mostly here, I can actually see here. I think it's 3 tweets per day. Actually. I think it is like I think I'm automatically doing a morning, afternoon, night schedule because that's just what works with school. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like I wake up in the morning and I already have a tweet, and then in the middle of school, like at lunch or something,
Lunch.
I just post another tweet, and then like a few hours after I ended school, I'll just post another, and then I just comment around when I kind of have the time. I think I
Yeah.
do around like 5 comments per day or something. It just matters.
Mhm. Do you? That's what I've been looking to maybe get into Twitter a bit more recently, but yeah, these people saying like, oh, you need to post like 5 times a day and stuff, and I just don't know if I can be. I feel like that'd be too much of like a distraction almost. It's like, oh, I need to come up with another
Yeah.
tweet. It's like, I think kind of like you said, doing it when you actually think of something is a better idea. So yeah, you're trying to build a community around that. Why like marketing and sales? Have you done
Well,
quite a lot in them, or is that you're kind of learning about it and teaching at the same time?
it's kind of learning and teaching. I don't know. It was just the first thing that I looked at and got into, it started with marketing and then it went to sales. And I like the first business books I got were about them. Like here, I have this book right here,
Okay.
Gap Selling. So that's about sales. And then I have other books like $100 Million Offers,
So I'm reading that.
48 Laws of Power.
Yeah, read
So
that.
it's practically just like marketing books, sales books. Just the first thing I found, and I just went into it because I was really interested in that. There are other things I'm interested in, like I'd say copywriting and self development, like mindset. But I think both of those tie into marketing and sales.
Yeah, I think copywriting definitely, because you can have like sales pages which are literally just writing. And leading into copywriting, like what do you think makes like a good tweet? How do people write better tweets? Because I feel like some people are like good and it looks it's nice to read, and then some people it's just all like squished.
Yeah. So for the people that so sometimes they write and they do line and they just keep writing so it stacks. And in my opinion, you don't want that at all. You want to do one sentence and then an indent. So it's one sentence, indent, one sentence, indent. Or you could do a list where it's bullet points or arrows. And then at the end, usually what gets you some good engagement, you can say like, what's your favorite? And then with a down emoji or like, what would you add? So that kind of gets people to jump on it and
Join the
just engage with
conversation.
it,
Yeah.
kind of get a comment in, and then you can talk to them and ask them more questions, which also adds the engagement. So the whole thing is you want to structure a tweet that goes viral, but you also want it to have great quality so people visit your profile and look to follow you. So you don't want it to just be one tweet that goes mega viral, but it's like it's not even close to your topic and it's like a meme, because then people won't follow you, because what do they get out of that? They get a laugh, but your other content is about like learning and business, so it's
They don't
it's
care.
nothing near.
Yeah. Okay. What was I gonna say? Yeah. What have you had like a? What's like your most viral tweet? Have you had like a pretty viral one, or has it been
Yeah, it's my pinned tweet. It got 1.2K likes, 265 retweets, and 100 comments.
nice?
So that was my biggest tweet ever. I actually have like three decently viral tweets. So it's the one I just said, and then a tweet with 576, and then a tweet with 205. So, and those other two are threads. And the thing I found is when you ask short questions, they like I said, they don't really provide value, but they go pretty viral in my opinion, because then people comment and then you add to the comment, so you start a conversation with them and then more people join in the more they see it, so it can kind of snowball
Snowball.
into someone saying, oh, like he responded with some good value, then they click on my profile from the question.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. So yeah, do you do threads often? Do you think threads are an important part of the strategy?
um yeah, I'd say I do threads like once a week. I'd say it's kind of just like when I have a good tweet. I actually had one. It was a hot take on why Apple's the best brand to exist, and it got like 30 likes. So I made that into a thread, and I explained why with their ecosystem. And then if a tweet of like a visual goes viral, then I'll make like a visual thread. So it's partially just like I base it off the tweets of what goes well, what doesn't, and then I just structure it off that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like you test and then see how it
Yeah.
does, and then people do that with like YouTube Shorts, I think, as well. They make like short, and if it does well, then they make a longer video.
Yeah, it's a really good tactic.
Yeah. So, do you have like a certain way of coming up with tweets, or is it kind of you just walk in and you just pops
Well,
in your head?
the more like I consume on Twitter and just anywhere else, the more I can produce. So it's like practically just when I'm thinking like anything really. Like when I'm just laying around, when I'm scrolling through Twitter, I just think about it, and if it's a good idea, then I tweet it. It's not really like I have like a specific section of like 30 minutes where I think of what to tweet. It's just that random.
Do you ever have like you think of an idea and then you're like, actually no, that's not that good, and then you just cut it and don't put it up?
I have had that, yeah, a few times. But mostly when I say it's not a good idea, it's kind of just like it makes no sense. Like it's not
It's not
it's
true.
not yeah, it's not true practically. But then when I say oh it's not structured well, then I can reframe it. I can change the words a bit, and it's still on the same topic.
Yeah. Okay.
And actually, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So with your Twitter, here, let me actually pull it
My
up.
Twitter is not going to be like, it's not like optimized or anything, I don't think.
Yeah. I think you can 100% grow this podcast and your Twitter pretty well. So I'd say you should start posting more on Twitter. You should start engaging more. I think that would be really, really great.
Like for the podcast or just generally?
Well, the more value you provide, then you can start talking more at the podcast. You can have a link in your I think you
Yeah.
do. You have a link in your bio. You can change your bio a bit. You can add a
Yeah.
banner, and you can just start posting more and less retweeting.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm not really into it that much, but I've been, yeah, recently I'm thinking of it and I'm going to do it, yeah. All right, cool. Linking back to the books, like, do you have like, I guess it's hard to choose one favorite, but do you have like, which one, like, any that really stood out to you, or
I'd say it's yeah. I'll grab it right here. It's this one. It's I don't. Here,
how
let me
to
try to
win,
focus it.
yeah, how to win friends and influence people?
Okay, yeah. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, I think. I
I
don't know how to
always,
say it.
yeah, that's every time I see that surname, I never know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, it makes no sense. But I'd say it's just really solid, good book. You can read it on the go, on a road trip, on a plane, whatever, and it's pretty good. I actually have like a whole list of books that I want to get, but I'm kind of just focusing on finishing the ones I have and then moving on to others.
Yeah, same. I've got a massive book list. I think it's important though to, like, I mean, obviously you can read for enjoyment, but also if you're reading books, you want to be reading books that are going to be like to do with like the problems you're currently working on,
Yeah.
and not just like consume loads of content and kind of not take action on it.
Yeah, and in my opinion, with books, you always kind of want to have a pen. You want to annotate. You want to kind of write like a side note, and it just helps you actually understand it instead of just reading it and then going on to the next one. You can actually like fully learn it, so you can apply it onto your tweets, your life, business.
Yeah, I know a lot of people do that, but I've not really taken that leap. I don't know. I just feel writing a book is just messy because if you come back to it, and I don't know, maybe I'll start doing it.
For me, I actually like seeing like the the kind of writing in the book because it kind of shows that I've been there and I've learned that. Like I put sticky notes in some of them. Like it shows that okay, I've learned that page and what info it had. Let's move on to the next. And if I forget something, I can always go back, look at the writing and annotations and see like what I thought when I was reading it at that time. And then if let's say 2 years later, I could buy the same book and then annotate it again and see what's the difference in what I've learned.
That's interesting. There's a guy. Who was it from? I think it was from Corey. He's also been on this podcast. And he was saying that how he read. I think it was one book he read like 4 times, over quite a few years. But he annotated it, and it was really interesting to see how, like, what had changed. Like before, he thought, oh, this was a great part, and then he was like, not really sure. And then other part, he was like, oh, this didn't really resonate. But then when he read it again, it did, which I think is really interesting.
You can see how like your perspective changed and how much you learned in the space. And that's a really I'd say it's a really good thing to do. You can practically make a thread about that, just about reading, annotating, and then a few years later you read it again. You can show how kind of you've grown in life, and I'd say I'm gonna do that actually.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Linking to kind of learning and seeing how you've changed over time. Do you keep like a journal?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, actually, I can get it. Hold on.
If you want, I don't mind.
Ooh, okay. Here, so it's just like this, and
Yeah.
then I just write in it. Not every day I'd say, but kind of just when I have a thought,
Yeah.
I just instead of um, typing it on my phone or in a doc, I write it in there. So then after a while, it'll probably fill up, and it'll just be like a nice memory to have of what I've learned over the
Yeah.
years.
Because I do hear a lot of people in like self development talking about journaling, and I've been kind of doing it on my phone. I did recently get a notebook. I might start writing in it. But I think it is a good. But like you said, doing it when you like feel like it, and not just kind of forcing yourself every day. I think it's Derek Sivers or BJ Miller, one of those two, was talking about that, how you want it to like you want to write like a little bit less than you feel like, so you never feel overwhelmed and that it's like a chore, because otherwise it's not going to be
Exactly.
like useful there.
Yeah, I like the chore part because people always say, "Oh, just write every night about what happened, what you're thinking." But sometimes it's just the same thing as yesterday. So if you keep thinking, it's just gonna be a burnout, and you're gonna be annoyed. You don't want to do it anymore. So just write when you kind of have that idea. Write when you want to. You want to have fun with it. You don't want it to be like a chore, like you said.
And also, when you're writing when you want to, the ideas in there are probably going to be higher quality because you're not kind of forcing yourself to come up with something.
Exactly.
Okay. What was I gonna say? So what does your kind of daily routine look like? Do you have a really kind of
Um.
bunch of habits and stuff? A lot of people talk
Well,
to be
I've
productive.
seen I've seen the videos of the morning routines, and I just think, oh, that's BS. But I'm gonna be 100% honest with this. So I set like 4 alarms, one like an hour before I have to wake up, so then I could just go back to sleep. Because I found it, um, when my first alarm hits, and that's when I have to wake up, I get like really annoyed that I have to wake up for school. So I just put it first alarm so I can wake up and then be like, oh, I don't have to go yet, so I can go back to sleep. And then I just have another alarm when I actually have to wake up set. So I just wake up, get out, just and then just do the normal things you have to do: brush, get ready, go downstairs and eat, and then just kind of go.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. I never heard anyone do that before, but that's pretty. I think that's quite smart. Like having an alarm early. It's like,
Half and half, yeah.
oh, I get to go back to sleep. Lovely, because normally
Yeah,
people like
exactly.
hate their alarm. So what time do you normally like get up then?
Um, I actually get up pretty, I think early. I'd say 7 o'clock
Okay,
because
yeah.
it switched from 8 to 8:30, for high school. So
All
I'd
right,
say
nice.
pretty nice time instead of waking up at like 4:30 a.m. for the market. So
Waking up at like 2 a.m. to get the 10 mile run in and the meditation and
exactly,
all those habits.
it's crazy. I don't know. There's no way people actually do that.
Have you
'Cause it's
seen that Alex Hormozy video? He makes videos about like kind of the anti-routine, I think he calls it. He like just gets up and starts
oh,
working because that's like the most important thing. Like
that's crazy.
meditating is cool and stuff, and I'm not saying they don't have benefits, but like if you have like a massive morning routine, you've done like 2 hours and you haven't actually done any work. You're just kind of
Exactly,
like
exactly.
warming up.
Just wake up, do what you want, and then like 10 minutes later, just go do whatever. Like go work, go to school. Stop like making all these habits. They're like
It's like a
they take
crutch,
a
he says.
big glass of water and then they squeeze like 2 lemons in it and they drink the whole thing. I'm like, just put that in a water bottle. Like just leave.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
How do you find school? Because I know I was speaking to this other guy on this podcast. He's called Arjun, and he's dropping out of high school, and he really doesn't like the school system. He says it's like
Oh,
not good for entrepreneurs and stuff. What do you think about
okay. So that's like the whole mindset on TikTok of like stop doing the 9 to 5, stop going to college, and do drop shipping and all that. Like the school system isn't built for leaders; it's built for followers, and it's kind of just like I don't know why they're. In my opinion, it's kind of stupid that they're saying that because that's kind of just how life is kind of made. I'd say
that for
the
most
whole thing
people?
is just if you want a good job, then you can go down that route of just school, college, and you get the job. And sometimes that's what people like, and that's what they just want to do. But for the people hating on that and like kind of criticizing people for doing that, it just doesn't make sense. It's like if they want to do that, let them do that. That's just the main thing everyone does. But for
Mm.
me, the school system, like it's fine, to be honest. There's some things that I would like for them to change, but why would they listen to one student, you know? It's kind of just like it's the rules are the rules. Like why complain about it? Just do what you got to do, finish it up, and then kind of leave and go into your own life.
Mm. Do you plan on going to university or like college? I think they call it in America.
Um,
It's a bit
I'd
early for
say
that.
it matters because if I'm making like a solid, like a really set solid income of like a normal job, then or like my business is going like it's actually like climbing like 1 million a year in revenue, then I wouldn't, because why would I?
Yeah, exactly.
But if because I have some, like, I'd say mentors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say mentors that are actually like they're kind of saying go into finance on college and then kind of work for like the big stock, like the stock companies, and
Mm-hmm.
then leave off after you have the experience and do it on your own. And that's like I might do that if the business doesn't actually like reach those highs that I'm thinking about. So that's kind of my second plan if the business turns into a project in the end.
Yeah, exactly. You got time to think about it. I mean, even me, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and I've got like 2 years to decide.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah. So is that like a goal for you? Like 1 million revenue
Um.
by that age, 18
Well,
or whatever it is.
I actually have my goal before. I think I tweeted about this. Let me check. Yeah, my goal before I hit 21, I think it is. Yeah, my goal before I hit 21 is to have a net worth of 30 million.
Oh yeah,
So
I saw that actually.
yeah, we'll see how that goes. Cause I think if like I said, if I'm making a really solid income of like good, I'd say just a good solid income,
Yeah,
then I don't think I would go to
it's like
college
we were
if
saying
the
with
business is working well.
Jeff Bezos and people like that. Like, if it's starting to work, like you want to double down. You don't want to take your foot off the gas. Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
And do your parents like want you to go to university or college, or they don't
They're
really?
kind of like with what I'm saying, I think. Like if I have like a really good income already or like my business is kind of taking off really well, then they would be fine with me not.
Mm.
But it's kind of just like they're trying to guide me like into the right place. So I'm kind of making the decision, but they're like helping me at it and trying to just like pushing me into the right direction.
Cool. Okay. So with this 30 million net worth goal, I don't know if you've thought about it too much, but where do you see that kind of coming from? Is that mostly from the value of the business or
I'd say
investments? Or,
yes.
yeah. Okay.
Or if like I just say the business, yeah, and then some of it would come from investing, but from investing in stocks and other things, I would invest it in the business where I would
Mm.
hit it, because I think
You can get more
the
returns
main
usually
thing
if you do it right.
people, yeah, don't understand is kind of how like you get successful, because you can't just do drop shipping and make 10 million a year. It's like that's not how it
Like
works.
one guy can probably, but I don't think. Yeah, it's not.
Like one in a million type thing.
Why do you think dropshipping's not like the way? Like, why can't you be super successful from that? Can you kind of explain why you think that?
it's it's just so saturated. There's so many people doing it. There's so many people that know that people are doing it. Like you can see that on TikTok when people are doing it, all the comments are like drop shipping, scam, nobody cares, all of that. Like they're all just like knowing he's drop shipping and they're all hating on him. So it's like you can tell just off of people like what they're saying, you can't make like a stable like income out of that. In my opinion, you can become successful of like, let's say 5 million, but you're not gonna be able to grow on it like you can with a business like
Mm.
Amazon did, Microsoft, all of those.
Yeah, yeah. It would be hard to scale to such a level. Yeah, because you're not really
It's not your
providing any
product.
value. You're just buying
Exactly.
something, selling it to someone else who doesn't know they can get it cheaper. Whereas with a business, like obviously there's going to be a lot more value creation.
And
Um,
in the end, it's not even your product. You're literally just buying it from somewhere in Asia,
yeah,
most likely,
yeah,
and then bulk selling it to the other person. Like, if they stop producing that product, what are you gonna do? Just move on to the next one? Like, that's gonna. It's like it doesn't make sense. It
yeah.
just doesn't.
It's not. You don't really own it, whereas with the business, you kind of. I mean, sure, you might be working with suppliers and stuff, but you've got the. Well, especially with
For,
software businesses, you own the stuff.
you're building it practically. You're
Yeah.
creating it.
So, linking to that, like, what do you think on like crypto and like kind of decentralization?
Well, I'd say I'm kind of in crypto space. I like it.
Yeah, same.
I'm hoping it's the future because I'm invested in it. I think the whole thing that people are getting wrong about crypto is they're thinking like it's just like it's it's just like kind of a pump and dump. I think they don't know, like nobody knows how to use crypto yet because it's so new. Like the internet, everyone thought like it wasn't gonna work. It was a fail. It was a scam. And then like a few decades later, it worked. Same with the credit card. Same with like I'd say cash, even like paper. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
always happened. So this is a new thing, and it might fully fail. Like nobody knows. But there's been like trillions of dollars like produced. So I don't think it could fully just wash away like it never happened. Because
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't think it's going anywhere now. I mean, it might not do super well as people are saying, but I don't think you can kill it now because I think there's just too many people who believe in like the concept and like the values behind it, I guess. That
yeah,
there'll always be some people buying the Bitcoin dip.
exactly.
I'm very bullish on it. Yeah, I think like you said, people don't really know how it works, and it is still in its like infancy. But that's the thing with like Bitcoin was supposed to be peer to peer cash, like transaction, like decentralized.
Yeah,
Now it's kind of claiming to be like digital gold store of value because they realize the throughput with the transactions isn't high enough to be good for cash. So,
exactly.
do you have like any favorite projects? Do you focus more on like larger ones or do you like the
Um,
micro caps?
so I'm kind of just invested in like Bitcoin, ETH, and then some like Cardano, Solana,
Mm,
Cosmos, Atoms. Kind of just like in the mainstream, people know them, and then there's
yeah.
some other ones that are like a bit here and there, but I think they'll like come up to the big level. So I
Yeah.
haven't really focused on crypto in a bit. I'm kind of just leaving it and letting it do its own thing.
Yeah. Do you plan on like maybe putting some more in if it keeps
No,
no? Okay.
I'd say no. I've already kind of put a lot, so I'd say
Mm,
I don't even care if it goes lower. I think
okay.
I'm just gonna let it. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
let it do whatever. And in like 10 years, if it goes to like uh 300K, then I'll sell. I'll take the profit. I'll
Yeah.
just I'll see what happens. Maybe I'll leave it for 50 years. I don't know.
That's the beauty of investing money you can afford to lose. You can, because I feel like people make that mistake a lot. They're like, oh yeah, get rich quick, whatever, and then they put it in, it doesn't turn out, and then they're like panicking, and it's yeah.
Exactly. They panic sell. They panic buy. It just doesn't work out.
You want to like keep your emotions out of investing quite a lot, as much as
Exactly.
possible, really. Um, yeah. What was I gonna say? Um, yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to ask? I forgot. I think I was gonna say something. Can't remember.
It's okay. So I'd say, what other than the podcasts, are you working on anything else?
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel around like
Oh yeah.
fitness and then yeah, kind of like self improvement as well. So it's going
When
pretty
did you
well.
start that?
Um, Maybe like a year and a half ago, I think.
Oh, okay. So you've been doing that like, do you have like a posting schedule, or you kind of just do it like you make a
Um,
video and then?
yeah, I'm doing like at least like right now I'm doing about like one video every 2 weeks, trying to put like more effort into them, and seems to be working. The recent ones have been doing all right. Got 5,000 views on a video.
That's good. That's really
Recent.
good.
Yeah, so like you say, you're kind of building on Twitter. I'm kind of focused on YouTube because I feel like if you do it right, it's probably the most lucrative. I
It
know Twitter
it
can
could
be
be
very
better.
good.
Yeah. The things with Twitter, it's way easier to contact people and become friends
Mm,
with them. But for YouTube, it's kind of just like fans.
yeah,
So for Twitter, it's more of like networking and kind of making friendships and like all of that in that area. But for YouTube, it's kind of just like you want them to consume your content and you want them to become like a fan. I said.
yeah, yeah. That's why I'm kind of looking to get into Twitter more because it's more, I guess, two-way kind of, not just them watching the videos. But yeah, what are your thoughts on like LinkedIn? Because
Um,
I've like dipped my toe in the water on that recently, and
yeah, same. I've heard like going to LinkedIn, but the thing is,
it's like
I
Twitter,
mean,
kind of.
I don't even think I'm allowed to go on LinkedIn. I think you have to be 18 or older. I think you have to be 16 or 18 or older.
I might be on
So it's
there
like,
illegally. I don't. Yeah, whatever.
yeah, exactly, because that's gonna kind of ruin everything. So I think I'm just waiting, and I don't think someone on LinkedIn wants a 14-year-old DMing them. But for Twitter, people are like people. I think people think it's like cool, and they kind of get inspired with people doing it at such a young age. But for LinkedIn, it's kind of more for like serious people
And like
because it kind of says
actual
like, "What's your
big businesses,
occupation?" or "What's your business?" and it's like, "Well, I'm
self-employed.
I'm here. Hi." It's like I can't really say anything about it. So I'm kind of waiting on Twitter, kind of growing on that, and then maybe I'll transfer into LinkedIn when I get a bit older.
Yeah, I saw recently, like the last few days, Twitter. I think I experimenting with like shorts. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, they are?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I didn't see that. Well, in my opinion, that's a horrible idea.
Why?
Because I mean, it started with Vine, then it went to TikTok, then it went to Snapchat, then it went to Insta, then it went to I think Meta's doing it now. Actually,
Yeah,
I
there's
don't know.
Facebook.
Maybe
Yeah,
not. Yeah, I think so. But it's like, why?
I'm searching it up now.
Twitter. The whole thing about Twitter is that it's not video. It's straight typing. It's straight writing. And I think they just have to keep it at that. They're trying to, like I said, they're putting their eggs in too many different baskets. They need to keep it into their writing portion, into their DMing portion. Because I think if anyone wants to see a video, they're not going to go on Twitter.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I was talking about this with. I'm in this community with a lot of quite a few other content creators and like consultants, and we were talking about how like all the social media platforms are like copying each other, and like they
Exactly.
might eventually all like be super similar, and
It might just be the same. Like,
because what's the
it,
yeah,
you
like
want to be
Twitter.
like different. Like,
Yeah,
Be
exactly.
Real. They're fully different. They came up with an idea. I mean, okay. Well, it's not really a social platform. I mean, it's half and half because you can take the photo, you can see other people's photos, but you can't really like message them or talk with them. But I'd say they took like an insanely different approach, and it's like it's crazy. Whoever thought up with that
I think that's the reason why
idea.
people like Twitter is because it's text. Like you said,
Exactly.
it was easier for you to do text than to post pictures and make videos and edit them. So yeah, it's interesting, man. Like
And
I don't. Yeah, I think I agree with you. I don't think it's really a good move.
with Twitter, it's more of modern too, because LinkedIn is kind of the same thing as Twitter, I'd say,
Yeah, I'd
but
say
like
it's
more
most similar.
professional.
Mm.
But Twitter made it more modern, more simple, and kind of just to what everyone wants today. And I think that's why they're unique. And there's not really like social media platforms that are like mostly about writing, like on their
Mm.
level. Twitter is just really up there.
Yeah, it's just a bit random, but it's just popped in my head. Like, how long do you spend on Twitter, like per day? Would you say
Actually, let me check that.
too
I'll,
long?
I'll check my I'll check my screen time. Hold on. Yeah, too long, man. I don't think it's that bad actually.
Yeah, because I feel like when you go on, you're probably not on for too long.
Yeah, I kind of just scroll on it. Okay, never mind. It's a bit bad. Oh wait, that's weekly. Okay, per day it's 12 minutes.
Oh,
It's not
okay,
that
that's
bad.
fine. So you just kind of like tweet.
Oh, well, that's just today. That's why. Hold up.
Okay,
Okay, weekly it's 5 hours and 30 minutes.
okay, so like under an hour a day. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's
So you
crazy.
kind of like you don't spend too long then. You kind of like tweet and get off fairly quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of just scroll. Like I engage with my friends like that I'm on Twitter with,
Hmm.
and then I get the tweet. I scroll. I make a tweet. I scroll a bit more, and then I'm like, okay, bye. I close it out.
It's good.
It's kind of like I'd say I'm gonna expose myself here. I got a lot of hours on TikTok, and I gotta put that down
Yeah,
because
I have not actually used TikTok like at all, and I don't really plan
that's
to.
good.
I don't
That's
think it's
good though.
worth like opening that can, and it's just like, oh, can't put it down.
Yeah, it's not. It's hard. I keep like I'm gonna use it for business, but it's like I kind of keep scrolling on it, so I might delete it or
Like
something,
maybe
and
delete it for a
then
week and see how you feel and stuff.
yeah, because the thing is like I don't really. The only thing I have to do other than TikTok is the business, but it's like I kind of get burnout from working on it like
Mm,
just straight for a while.
yeah.
So it's like I take a break, but then it kind of spirals. So I need to work on just productivity. I mean, I tweet sometimes about productivity, and I need to work on that.
He's a scammer. Are you into like kind of fitness and gym and stuff, or not really?
I'd say I work out sometimes. I mean, I play soccer and I'm going into volleyball.
Oh, nice.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm fit. I'm fit, I'd say. I'm an athlete.
Yeah, yeah, cool.
So,
I think that helps, especially if you're like you've been working your business loads and you're feeling a bit burnt out. Like, go do a bit of exercise. I find that helps a lot.
yeah, yeah. Are you in any sports? Anything?
So I've played rugby for about
Oh,
well over 10 years. I recently stopped that. I go to the gym like quite a lot, and I'm like about to start Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
ooh, okay. Yeah, you got
So
some unique sports.
yeah, uh,
Rugby and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
yeah, rugby in the UK is fairly like common. I'd say, but I know in like in the US it's not really a thing,
Yeah,
is
not
it?
at all. I don't think there's any
Because
rugby
all
teams.
the rugby like teams, like most guys who play rugby would probably just play American football.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. What was I gonna say? This annoys me, man. Like I'm about I think of something and then like we're talking and
Oh
I'm
yeah, you and
listening
then you lose
and then you
it. You lose
forget. It's
it.
like
That happens to me a lot.
whatever. So yeah. Oh yeah, that was it. How would you plan on like using TikTok for your business?
Just organic videos. Just
Okay.
keep posting. Try. Okay, so for me, TikTok is um not really building quality followers.
Mhm.
It's kind of just getting that viral tweet
Yeah.
or getting that viral video. I think Twitter and YouTube, you want those quality followers, and you're aiming for quality. But for TikTok, you just want the viral videos. So
Yeah.
just focus on the viral videos, get the views, get the traffic, and then you kind of convert them to more quality by Twitter, Instagram, etc.
Yeah. I agree with that. We were talking about in the community. I mean, the how like kind of TikTok views almost feel like kind of cheaper almost than like YouTube views because you can get like a lot of views on TikTok like quite easily compared to YouTube.
Exactly.
And like you said, it's so quick. It's not really like audience building. It's not really like deep relationship. It's literally just like yeah, like there's people who have like
But
loads and
yeah,
loads of followers, like a million followers, and like are barely making any money, like barely like people don't really know them. They just kind
yeah.
of see them every
Unless
now
they
and then.
monetize it.
Yeah, I think the most way they make money is like brand deals and stuff because apparently TikTok does not pay well either.
Yeah, for TikTok, I think the only way you can make an actual living out of it is sponsorships, and then kind of affiliate marketing where you put a link for like let's say a product.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's say you're a skincare influencer and you put a link for a skincare product,
yeah,
and then you're also sponsored by that skincare. So it's kind of like a double double. That's kind of the only way you can make sort of a living. I don't think you can make a full on living out of
unless you're
TikTok in
like
my opinion.
one of the top ones. Yeah, okay. I can send you the link to this community if you want it. Have you heard of Andrew Kirby?
No, actually, if you want, you can DM it to me now, and I'll check it out.
Sure, he's a YouTuber. He's got like over 600,000 subs, and he like reached financial freedom. So it's like he built this community. It's free, and yeah, it's sick. There's some great people in there. I think you'd like it.
Oh, you actually mentioned Iman Gadzhi. I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah,
I don't even know, bro. I don't know how to
I
say
think
his
that's
name.
right. Yeah,
But what's like your view on him? Do you like him? Do you not like him?
I've only really started looking into him like recently, but yeah, from what I've seen, I do like him. Yeah,
Okay.
what about
'Cause
you? Is there anything that
for
he's said you think's not really?
for
Because I haven't seen everything, so I'm not completely endorsing it all. But
for me, he's kind of like he's kind of like a half hypocrite. I mean, I'd say we all are hypocrites, like everyone. But he says like about like don't bragging, be humble. But then on his TikTok, like he flexes like cars and watches, and I'm like, well, like on podcasts and YouTube, he seems like so sophisticated. And then when you go to his TikTok, all you see is like watches, sports cars, and it's like, bro, it's like the biggest difference.
yeah, I haven't seen that because I'm not
And
on TikTok. Yeah,
I know it's crazy.
maybe it's because the yeah. I wonder if he's just like trying to play the game. He knows TikTok's kind of different. I mean, I'm not saying that's good, but
Yeah, I mean, practically like Andrew Tate did. Well,
yeah,
what's your opinion on him?
I
Like, what's
actually
your view?
I actually quite like him. I think obviously not all of what he says is good, but I think overall he is like good. The messages on like discipline and like masculinity I think are good, but then yeah, some of the stuff he just went too far. And I
Yeah,
don't think he should have been banned really. I don't think like censorship's really that good.
yeah.
What do you think?
I mean,
Have you know him
I
that
don't.
much?
I'd say I don't really agree with him, but on like for what I think about him, I don't really like care for him. What I think about like the business part of him, he's a genius. Like what he did, he literally took over like the TikTok for you page for like a few weeks, even
Mm-hmm.
like a month maybe, and it's that's like when you think about a business strategy and a marketing campaign, that's what you think of because it was, or I think it was all organic,
Yeah.
and then he moved people from TikTok because to the Hustlers University, and they got like there was a program of affiliate marketing where you put his
Mm-hmm.
link to Hustlers in your bio, and then you just did
Loads of clips of him.
loads of clips of him, and then he'll buy it out. I think he'll buy it for some reason. I don't really know,
He'll buy what?
but he'll buy like your TikTok.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like I think so. That's what I've heard.
I thought it was
Uh,
just the affiliate marketing link they were getting
th-
like about
that's
50% commission and
that's I think it was 25% commission. So it was either you get a commission or he just buys you out. I think it's the commission part, but I just heard
I've
about
not heard of
he
him
just buys it.
buying pages. I don't really know why he would do that.
No, that's why it's a bit iffy. So I think you just get a commission from it, which is actually like really good. That's a good incentive to do the affiliate marketing, and of course you would do it. But then that's practically the quote of the rich get richer because he's literally using you so you can get money, but then he gets more money. It's
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's really smart in my opinion.
And everyone was calling it a pyramid scheme, and I don't actually think that's 100% fair. Like, they did do other stuff. I haven't been in it, but they do teach, like, other stuff. I think they've actually removed the affiliate marketing now because they had so
Well,
many
I don't think
people.
they can do it. They can't even do it.
Really?
I mean, I mean he's banned on everything, so it's like it's a bit when people
Yeah,
think of
but
him, they're
there's still
like,
clip videos, like, um,
oh yeah, true.
up. But, yeah,
People just do it for free cause the views. I think they just get views from it.
yeah, because and that I think that also didn't help him. Like, I'm not saying everything he says is good, but they obviously are looking for like the most clips which are most likely to go viral. So, like,
And
they're
those are the most
looking
controversial.
for the most. Yeah, exactly. Um, anything else you want to ask, or because we've been
Nothing much. I think that's good.
going
Oh
for
wait,
about an hour, man.
what time is it for you?
It is currently 6 p.m. I
Yeah,
know it looks
it's 10
very
a.m.
dark.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Winter's coming, I guess. What did you say? 10 a.m. for you?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can see
8 hours. Yeah.
it's bright. It's bright.
Yeah. Such a
So
difference, man.
it's the morning for me and it's the night for you. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, it was great to speak to you. I'll put the link to your Twitter in the description of this podcast. Is there anywhere else
Yeah.
you want me to send people?
No, just the Twitter's good and thank you.
Yes.
Is it fine if I post about this?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Okay.
This might be out in a few weeks because I've already got some like pre-recorded
Yeah, that's all good.
episodes, but I'll let you know when it's out, and I'll send you the invite to that community.
Great. Okay. Thanks.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Nice to talk to you,
Bye.
man. See ya.
See ya.
Keep killing it.